up, guys? Randy Nelson here with Chieftain Forge again. One of the comments on one of my first videos really inspired me to make this one. Somebody said, I wish I could blacksmith, but I just don't have the time. I just wanted to touch on that real quick and try to help them and hopefully several others understand what it means to not have enough time. That is something that I have heard time and again, and to be honest, it's something I have said time and again. I have a full-time job. I work 40 plus hours a week sometimes. I am a husband. I am a father of a 4, soon-to-be 5-year-old, and a 2.5-month-old. I play bass guitar at my church, and sometimes out with some friends. I like to travel up to my buddy Scott's place at his forge and work. I also have a podcast that I record 30 minutes away from me. I drive every Sunday after church, and my days are kind of hectic. So my daily routine throughout the work week is typically getting up, going through my morning routine, and then going off to work. I never know what the workday holds in my industry, but when I'm done, I typically know what I want to do afterwards. There are extenuating circumstances at times, but typically I like to take 2 to 3 days a week and just go from work straight to the forge. I don't have to change. I don't have to do anything. I go to work like this. I go to forge like this. That allows me, it kind of forces me to make that time. Because if I go home first, or if I go in where my forge is, it's out of my folks. If I go into their place and sit down, it's way harder to get up and get to the forge. Back in 2011, I had lost 170 pounds almost. I did that by going straight to the gym because I knew if I went home first, I'd never want to get back up. So what I encourage you guys to do is make time to go to the forge. Make time to learn an instrument or a language or how to paint or draw or whatever it is you want to do. That being said, also make time for yourself. Tonight, it's Wednesday night as I'm recording this. My wife and my boys I got to see briefly, and she's taking them to their classes at church. So I get to come home and have me time. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sit around and do nothing. I'm deciding to take this time to record several videos. I'm going to spend the night editing and trying to upload some content. See, if we sit around all day expecting things to happen, or all week, it turns into all month, and then all year, and then our whole life, and we never do anything, nothing ever changes. As you go through your work week, just like when I used to count calories and all the stuff in the food I was eating, which, let's be honest, I need to get back to doing and try and lose again. But it made me realize how much I was really eating. Take a pad of paper, a normal pad, any piece of paper, can be scrap paper in the back of an envelope. Throughout the day, anytime that you're not actually working at work, you're not actually engaging with your family, you're not actually doing something for yourself. And that could be eating, brushing your teeth. Anytime you have down that you catch yourself looking at your smartphone, checking Facebook, getting on the computer playing video games, write that time slot down. And after a week, add up how many minutes, hours, or I don't know, days that you haven't done anything productive with your time. I was challenged to add up my time through Grant Cardone, who a friend turned me on to. In doing that exercise, it really opened my eyes to the amount of time that I waste. That doesn't mean I don't relax. When I edit video, it's relaxing for me. I always take one night a week after the boys go to bed to do nothing but get on Facebook, get on YouTube, check out the other blacksmiths I follow, the musicians, and all that. William Arthur Ward once said, the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change, but the realist adjusts the sails. Maybe all you need to do is adjust your sails. It's very easy to get into a normal routine to where we go to work, we come home, we have dinner, and then we get on YouTube and watch other people doing the things we want to do. I encourage you to get up, get out, and go do what you want to do. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was on a survival TV show called Fat Guys in the Woods. I wish that were a joke, but it's true. You can look it up. I was on season 2, episode 1. That's not about bragging because honestly, it was a great experience and I've made many, many friends through that, and it's continued to allow me to make more friends. But I still go to work every day. Me being on TV did nothing more for me than to help open my eyes because the catchphrase of that show was get off the couch and into the woods. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that. Get off the couch, out of the recliner, whatever it is, and go for a walk. Go to the forge. Go to the gym. Go call that friend that you haven't talked to in years. You have to make time. See, here's the thing, guys. Change doesn't just happen, and you're never going to be 100% ready for it. You can't wait for a perfect moment to happen. If you wait to start your diet, to start learning to forge, to start a new business, a new opportunity, a new hobby, a new career, it'll never ever happen. You have to make the decision, I'm going to do it now. One of my all-time favorite quotes was by John Lennon. I'm a big musician and I'm a huge fan of many different artists and genres throughout the years. Everything from classical to reggae, some rock in the 90s, 80s hair metal. I've pretty much listened to it all. John Lennon said something really profound. Lennon said, "When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment. I told them they didn't understand life." See, I grew up in this generation that I was taught at a very early age, learn keyboarding, learn computers, go to college, get a degree, because that's what's going to be the best for everybody. Going and getting that degree and chasing the technology was going to ensure a bright future where I could afford a big house with a white picket fence and somewhere to store a baby stroller. But that's not the case. It's not for everybody, and I learned that very quickly. What makes me happy doesn't make all of you happy. What makes all of you happy doesn't make me happy. So, whatever your happy is, start making that change. Adjust your sales. Pursue it with everything you've got. Realize that what makes other people happy and what looks like happy may not work for you. Find your happy and make it happen. Thanks for listening, everybody. Give a like, share, and subscribe if you will. Click that little bell, get the notifications. Maybe you needed to hear this today. Maybe you know somebody else that does. I don't know. Whatever you do, get out into the world and do some good.